jumped, but not too much action.
Well, I'm sorry.
I didn't say it as a bad thing, Alex.
No, I know.
I can try to recap. But I mostly remember the sobbing tribal chieftain's daughter.
I think you should each recap your own bit.
Ooh, interesting. Because
It makes
my
sense.
bit is kind of Ina's bit, because she was just listening to me.
Well, I have
She has
my own
other shit
vision.
too.
Yeah, like, I have my own mission by following you, so don't worry about me.
Okay. I can start. We got sent here by Pretender, the King of Wisdom.
Justice.
Justice.
Not wisdom. I mean, he's very wise. I get why you'd think that.
And
Partly because he's very old.
yes. And he kind of talked about the druid circle of this frozen plains and introduced us. And he also introduced us to... Where is... Erinia Snowbow.
Yes.
And she was not too pleasantly surprised with us. She kind of gave us a slightly cold shoulder,
Oh.
but told us that we can make up a camp at the faraway stretches of this area. Told us to be useful to the citizens, denizens.
Denizens. Go with denizens, because I don't think they're citizens.
And the denizens of the Druidic Circle. And after a bit of short rest, where we all found different things to work towards when we have long rests. Like, it's gonna take Dimblem like 10 long rests to learn Primordial and 10 long rests to work on his armor.
Which I think is reasonable.
It is reasonable, but by that account we kind of have to physically say we do long rests more.
I mean, yeah, you do.
Because I don't think we have had a total of 20 long rests since I joined.
Potentially not. No, I've given you long rests, but you haven't asked for them explicitly.
No. And with a bit of downtime, Dimblem soon found that the daughter of the chieftain was in this circle, and he quickly found out where she was, and he lightly jogged up to Illyria, and there was a tear-filled reunion from her side, because I can't shed tears.
I mean, you possibly could. You just never really tried. You don't really feel emotion.
Hey. And there's a bit back and forth. She seemed happy to see me. And also, I adopted Trix's last name, so I am now Dimblem de Wall Rayleigh.
It has a weird ring to it. I'm going to be honest. The Wall Rayleigh.
It doesn't flow off your tongue.
You can choose to just call yourself Dimblem Rayleigh.
Yeah, you could.
He's not dropping the wall.
The wall is more of like a nickname or a middle name, so
It's an
your
affectation.
legal name could be
Yes.
Dimblem Rayleigh. Now you have a last name.
Yeah.
You think there are lawyers out here to give you a legal name? You're really wrong.
Hey, He's married with Trix. She can do anything.
Also means you can't be divorced out here because there's no lawyers to divorce you.
Yeah.
There's no place to find the bodies either. No.
And yes, with a bit of tear-felt reunion and a bit of I'm sorry I wasn't there from Dimlem's side, and he started to recount everything that has happened.
Which we didn't do in game because it would have taken way too long.
Fenris was didn't necessarily buy my excuse. It wasn't really meant as an excuse, but he is not giving me a fluffy shoulder, which is rude, because look at the amount of fluff on him.
I mean, he is very fluffy. Look at the amount of fluff.
Oh, there is so much fluff. Yes. And that's what Dimblem did. And I think Trix is on the verge of sneaking away somewhere.
I mean, she already tried doing that. She just started people watching. Last thing she did was just creepily watched druids do things.
Hey, I'm just innocently people watching, okay?
Yeah.
Trix does nothing innocently. Hattie! What does Hattie do?
What do you mean I don't have anything to hide?
No ulterior motives. No, of course not.
No, no.
What was Hattie doing last session? Enlighten us.
Last session, Hattie had settled into the camp and was just taking a few minutes to enjoy some of the cold weather festivities that she hadn't in a long time, making some pine needle tea. She knows that Dimblem is off doing something and that Trix is off doing something with him. The two of them they have their own problems to solve. This is important sounding, but it wasn't directly affecting her. So she wanted to kind of bring a little bit of warmth into their lives when they get back, so she is in the process of brewing up some pine needle tea. Had a brief chat with one of the local druids, hopefully starting to ingratiate herself into the community, though she knows that is going to be a very long process. And in the bigger picture, she started working on and focusing on spending a little bit of time attuning to the ice around her and growing that power that she should have, or should be manifesting around this age for any good dragon.
Yeah.
Are you becoming a teenager and how to worry about period crap?
Yeah, she's basically a dragon teenager.
Yeah.
You basically are. Yeah, you are a dragon teenager, technically.
Yeah. She's like teenager, young adult right now for dragons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Their development is a little more based on their magical power than it is on physical timelines, but it's always around 200 years when they turn to an adult.
This is why they can live to be so epoch-makingly old sometimes.
Yeah.
They become too powerful to die. Basically, yeah.
And then they hit the point where even if they do die, they can just choose not to.
Yeah. Dragons can just
I
say
love that
no
aspect.
to death.
Literally.
It is worth knowing for the books that I have actually redone. What's his name? His name's gone from my head as I'm saying it. Why is his name's gone? Nemit's shop now has new items which are appropriate to your level. I am working really hard at the moment on making shit that you will want that's not ridiculous.
Hey, I love trinkets as well. You shouldn't underestimate the random trinkets. They can be useful in the right creative mind.
I will also be honest, there are very few items that exist in errata that you guys will have a use for anymore. And I am not giving you certain items. Aina and a certain deck.
Yeah.
You have always given the deck of many things to a player. Why shouldn't I have the
Aina,
option of
have you
getting
not
it?
noticed that it's been every player but you?
Yes! I know. Why do you
Oh,
think I keep nagging you about it? I'm the only one that's
you have
never had
had
it.
one chance on getting it, and that's the one chance you had.
haven't had any chance to get the deck of many things.
Although, for the in-game game, I am working on a tricks deck. Just for you.
I heard the dick of many things.
Wait, can it be called the dick of many things?
No, because then it's too linked to Odin, the god of dicks, so we can't do that.
Yeah.
The deck
every
of many
trick-
tricks.
Yes.
I like the deck of many tricks.
I love the
Yeah.
deck of many tricks. I'd not actually considered something so straightforward as that.
It's actually so. It might be chaotic enough that it might actually be fun.
It was the deck of chaotic shadow, but now it might just be the deck of tricks.
Alex is so afraid of giving me the deck of many things because I have blatantly stated if I ever get it, I will actually use it.
No, I know. She's told me this multiple times, and you wonder why you haven't received it.
I'm going to laugh because if she does manage to get it, she's just going to be like, I'm going to use it. Draw the first card, and it's going to be the one that just sends you to an alternate dimension. And that's just going to be how Trix goes out.
No, she'll find
That
a
would
way
be-
back.
No, but that would be amazing to force us to play a different character for a while.
Until Trix returns.
She'd be like, oh, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw... Oh, what's... I don't remember the name of it. Michelangelo, or whatever that one card is.
Imagine, I think there is a card that is more dooming for tricks, which is, I think in a deck of many things is a card that takes away your fortune or all your money or something like that. That would be the most, because like, she has a lot of money and she might be able to gain money like that.
But let's be honest, you have enough
in the
businesses and
past.
interest that you can probably get it back like that anyway.
Because I have invested it in more than just money, so I will get it back. But
Trix loses it the next day. All the interest that accumulated previously just corrects it.
More or less.
but still though. But yeah, no.
I still like the mental images of being like, ooh, what's that one do? Boop. No more tricks.
You just see Dimbler in the background. Bye.
After receives all of her earthly possessions.
Yeah, the coat just remains possessed because there's so much shit in it by now that's evil. The coat has its own personality.
Well, technically, though, Dimblum is now Trix's heir.
He's not your possession, though.
No, but if Trix dies, Dimblum gets all of Trix's
No,
possessions.
next of kin. That's not an heir. There's a difference.
He is my next of kin.
Yeah, well...
You have
we can
children!
We can probably make another child.
You have
as long
children,
as
you know.
Yeah, as long as we're married, he's getting it before my children.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
somewhat.
Alex
before
was
my
just
children.
correcting the terminology that it'd be next
Yeah.
of kin, not heir.
Yeah, but
Heir
that's
is
why I'm saying
specifically a
because you
child.
have children. They would be your
Yeah.
heirs.
Next, he will get my possessions when I die.
Yes.
This means
If I
Trix
die.
has written a will. Fuck.
Well, no,
She
she
organised
hasn't.
herself
Do
enough
you-
to figure that out.
No, she wouldn't have. Do you think she's organized enough to do that? No, she doesn't have. a
No,
will
I think
at
somebody
all.
would have done it for you.
Trix is just going to die, and she's gonna just unleash mayhem. Like, if one of my kids decides that it wants everything, then he needs to fight whoever is the rightful heir, and all. Like, it's going to be.
Isn't that easy?
A mayhem of chaos, which isn't exactly my intention. So I'm never writing a will.
Okay, right, we're getting on with this though. Your intent was to go and see her and then have a long rest, though, wasn't it? That's what you originally stated the intent was. You're going to have a short rest, go and see her because you didn't want to miss it, and then have a long rest.
I thought we did
Didn't
a
we just
long rest.
Yeah, didn't we have a long rest?
We
And then
had
we
a long
started
rest.
this?
You did have a long rest. Okay, I was wrong.
Yeah, we started with the long rest, and then we started.
I have so much shit going on in my head at the moment. Please excuse me.
It's fine.
It just,
I've got like 12 different quest chains rambling on along in my head.
Oh yeah.
Multiple campaigns. Yes, so are you finished with... You actually said goodbye anyway to the tribal chieftain's daughter, didn't you?
I'm still there.
Trix has wandered off, concerningly.
Well, she does have
she does.
ulterior. She does have not ulterior motive, but
She has
Every
no
motive you
care.
have is ulterior.
No, but like, okay, imagine this. Ever since we came to the north, Trix is Trix. I can totally understand that she's being kept under watch at every single moment of time. But Trix has had an opportunity to wander off on her own, which is now Hattie believes Trix is with Dimblum. Dimblum is now
Oh God, no!
area, so Trix now has either an opportunity to lead them both to just. She's just gonna wander around, like familiarize herself. That's her idea. That's her plan. She's just gonna, by her own, familiarize herself with the surrounding area and
Get the lay of the land.
Yeah, and maybe if she sees any person of interest or something that maybe sticks out, she's gonna hold her eyes out for that. But she's just gonna spend like an hour or two and just take
Just
a
wander
walk.
aimlessly. Yeah.
Yeah, wander aimlessly, looking around, just being on her own because she has been constantly under watch for quite some time. So I think she would love to just have some alone time and not doing anything menacingly unless something like if it's happening. But
Unless a menacing opportunity presents itself.
yes, unless the opportunity presents itself, she's just gonna aimlessly walk around, familiarize herself with the area, know where is what.
Getting
Basically.
side eyes from the druid.
Yeah, getting so many side eyes from the druid.
Well, I don't think Trix cares. She will probably just side-eye them back and grin menacingly or something. I don't know.
Seems about right.
That
Yes.
does feel very fitting.
I just trying to get
Trix,
some
can I have a
intel.
charisma saving throw?
Yes, you actually can.
Oh, thank you very much. I was getting it either way, but okay.
Oh, I am so glad I have advantage on that because that was a really bad roll.
You feel something trying to reach out to you, but you manage to ward it off.
Can I sense what type of reaching out it is? Is it magic
It is
or
Menacing?
It is profane and old.
Is it in blue?
Can I?
Now Trix wish she didn't succeed.
Even though I saved against it, can I keep track of it?
You
Like,
are aware
can I-
of its existence.
Is it like a pathway I can follow? Like, does it
No,
feel
it was
stronger
in your- it was
to
in
the
your
left
head.
than the right? Oh,
No.
okay. She will like
I know the
momentarily
smell.
stop. She will like momentarily stop her walking and like just look around, a bit confused, and then she will just brush it off and keep on walking. For now.
Okay. You just see the druids randomly tending to their normal days. They're hugging the trees, tending to the tending to the herbs.
No,
Just waiting-
no.
High Fantasy's a Monty Python in one
I
sentence.
know. I'm so sorry. You see some rabbits, a small cave with a warning sign of going ah. Then some correction underneath it. I have done the Black Beast of before. It was amazing. Best thing ever. Some of the druids look slightly different to you, but this entire chasm seems to be absolutely gargantuan in size. You could easily fit a small, fairly large city in here. You could probably fit Neverwinter in this cave. It is that large. Most of it is overtaken by ice and other such things, but as you said you were looking at the sites, there seems to be an exit here, almost like a portal exit, shimmering door, above which you can see a large collection of glowing ice, presumably leading out to the glacier beyond. There seem to be small holdouts of druids around where they seem to be tending to their craft. These buildings here, however, seem to be incredibly old. You don't know quite how old the druids are, but they seem older than anything you've ever seen before. In fact, the iconography and the architecture itself is rather alien to you. The forests seem strange to be growing out of sheer rock. There seems to be no soil here. It seems to be just pure white rock. Not chalk, but something more akin to white granite. that the trees seem to be naturally growing out of. It could be permafrost, it's incredibly old, but you cannot tell at this point. There are strange artifacts such as this dotted around. Hang on, just focus me. Strange artifacts such as this dotted around from nowhere. Pits of burning blue fire that seem to give off no heat whatsoever. Obviously, there's the stone circles dotted around and a large sigillic circle here. There seem to be small abodes, although the druids don't seem to be taking much comfort in their places, and you've never actually seen one sleeping yet. The area up here seems to be slightly derelict, and perhaps... Oh, sorry, up here. At some point was a temple to some god or deity, but it seems to have fallen out of favour in that regard. There seem to be strange, what appear to be almost roosts on the tall towers, but nothing seems to dwell there. Is there anything else you'd like to know before him?
Does this area look like it previously was not supposed to be covered in ice and glacier and shit like that? Like originally? Is because
We are in the far north, so I kind of doubt it, but
It's an interesting question.
yes.
Can you do a nature roll, please? With disadvantage,
Okay.
because this nature is completely alien to you, so...
I don't have that good nature anyway, so intelligent. Oh no,
Nat 20s.
no.
You are completely unaware. You know that in history sometimes glaciers were abundant forests, but
But
this
can
entire
I
place is strange to you.
can I take this question as more of an Trix might have suspected it, so she might take notice if anything similar
Yes,
occurs?
if you notice anything of such note, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So even though I don't know now, I just want to like take a mental check of it.
Yeah.
That might be a possibility.
Absolutely.
Other than that, other than just looking around and familiarize herself, she will eventually, on the end of her trip, meet up back at camp with Hattie, and presumably
Making
by
pine
the
needle
time
tea.
she's... Yeah, but
How long
by
does
the
pine
time-
needle tea take to make?
Not very
Not-
long.
Okay.
I've kept things going, and I can make a second pot when they show up. The first one I enjoyed myself.
Well,
Okay.
Trix would have spent a lot of time walking around, so I assume by the time Trix is back, Dimblin presumably is also back. So this is far into the future that Trix is back, because she's walked around for quite some time.
Okay, segue to Dimblum then.
Yes.
It's got to think it's going to be a quick one.
Yeah, as I'm recalling my heroic adventures of the Nine Hell and
Nine hell.
Mimring
There's only
about-
one nine hell.
oh yes, there is only one Nine Hell.
Okay. That's just confusing numerically, but carry on!
And how he regales stories of how he and Shoulder fought the Frost Maul in way ages back way when, and stories like that she
Question.
probably heard.
Are
What the
you
fuck
telling the
happened?
truth or are you embellishing?
I am telling the truth. Why
Okay.
am I full screen now? What happened? Damn,
don't
I'm not
know.
full screen anymore. I am not embellishing.
Okay.
Dimlum is
Probably
not
done
a
enough
man of
mighty-
ego.
Yeah, and you've made enough mighty moves on your own that you don't embellish anymore.
I don't really
Yeah, you
have
don't
to
need that.
embellish. No, the Titan was actually 10 feet taller than I said. I have done enough heroic to not have to embellish.
Yeah, you can get away with it.
Yeah, just mimicking and trying to make her feel more at ease.
I mean, it's not
Probably.
working.
Well, probably having a sparring session so she can vent some frustration and stuff like that.
Yep, she'll openly do that. Are you going to let her win?
Yes.
Okay, then I don't require a roll. Do you want to make it look good, or are you just outwardly letting her win?
I want to make it look good.
Performance, dear, then.
One of my not strong suits.
Huzzah! More performance rolls for Dimblem.
Hey, I
Fuck
have a
you.
+7. It's not the worst, but
Fuck you.
hey.
Not one of my strong suits, he says with a +7.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
no,
my strong suits have +20s, okay?
She fully believes that you didn't let her win. That she
Yes.
actually succeeded over you, even though you're a towering titan of metal.
This is my strong suit, I know. Athletics.
She's blinded by love. I don't like that you basically have a 20.
That upsets you, does it? I think
You know,
Hattie has a
my
20 flat out on something.
No, I don't.
You're close though, aren't you?
My
My
highest
fi-
stat is insight and flat wisdom with +13. Or excuse me, wisdom save with +13. That's the closest I have. Everything else is single digits.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, okay, I have better than that.
This
but
is
my
where
base
Ina's comes out really bad in this one now.
No, I don't have that. I am between both of them with my Arcana at +17 and Sleight of Hand at +16. Other than that, it's like 1 +14 and then a couple of 11s.
Hey, my sleight of hand is only +7. Look, you're
I have a
so
couple
much
of-
better than me.
I have
should
a couple
be.
of higher ones in draconic form, but still nothing that hits 20.
Well, Trix grew up as a thief. She should have a better sleight of hand than you.
Yes.
Trust me. Perception as a dragon is +21.
Yes, see? Hattie beats you on a roll.
It has one.
Well, if it's of any consolence to anyone, I'm not using athletics too much. My highest is probably flat out strength checks because I can't roll below 38.
Yeah,
Because
that would
barbarian bullshit.
strongest on average, I would guess.
Yes. Well, it also means I can't actually roll above 38 either.
Yeah. This is where I set all the DCs to 40 just to fuck with you.
No!
I will cast Bless.
Yay!
Bugger!
Now it comes down to a D4 roll, which is a weird thing in D&D.
Yes,
Edit,
I
yes.
will make it look like I'm giving it my all, and that she wins.
She will pin you and smile back at you.
And then I just lift her up and place her on.
This has been interesting.
Oh, we have made camp down over there, and Dimblin points in the direction we have made camp. Please come. Feel free to visit and say hello to my friends.
Perhaps, and maybe I'll tell you about the others.
The others?
A story for
Are there
another time.
more? Okay. Leaving me on a cliffhanger, are you?
Dun dun dun!
No.
Of course, I love a cliffhanger!
And you see the very rare thing of Dimblem smiling.
I thought you were going to say
as,
walking then.
Yeah, I constantly. Actually,
You
I'm
hover most of the time, so...
I'm hovering and I'm doing a series of spins to get away from this.
For God's sake.
Why?
Yeah, thank you,
Because
Travis.
I
Just why?
can.
Where is Trix
Because
gone
I-
now? Oh, for God's sake. She just appeared at the bottom of the screen walking upwards as I said that.
I am just on a stroll. I
You
told
really are.
Yes, I will then.
I didn't actually
leave
expect you to
away.
be strolling around the map, though. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh God, she's zigzagging.
She is zigzagging. Oh no, she's discovered the secret to Dimblem's success.
Oh no, she will never be hit by an arrow again.
The druids are giving you weird looks, but they don't really care to this point.
She's zigzag around them.
One of the druids will look
Yeah.
at you and start zigzagging himself, but then another druid will stop him.
No. Stop it.
I'm with you.
I will walk back to Hattie, and Dimblem will take note of the more individual-looking individuals.
The individual-looking individuals. Yes.
Yes.
The ones that
So-
look like important NPCs. No?
Yes.
Yes, the ones with actual token images. Strange.
Yes. I will take a note of the notable.
It's like an anime when you walk past and you're like, oh, person. There's the protagonist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Person, protagonist, person, party.
Or as I call them, cannon fodder.
person, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
Whoa, this guy is not looking quite right.
Oh, I guess it's about time you all got back. Let me get the water heated again. But I was making some tea and have some ingredients gathered up for everybody.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Hattie.
Oh, how wonderful! Maybe we should have some of this in it! And she pulls out a bag of something that looks like a herb of some sort.
Why
God.
was my
Why do I think that Trix is drugging you?
My immediate thought was, oh no, she stole something on her walk.
I mean, she has form.
From one of the druids.
Did you actually? It's a genuine question I now have to ask.
I didn't steal it! I've had it for a long time!
There is
Okay.
no sleight of hand roll in here, so...
Trix doesn't believe in
possible.
Trix doesn't believe in possession, so she can't ever steal anything.
I just
Oh.
I just have to check my other character sheets to know what it's called.
Oh God, it's named.
Yes.
You are drugging them.
No, I do know. I do think I know what it's called.
As we know, only herbs with names can drug people.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
not like it's not an item. It's something it's like a custom item.
I hope you're not putting an item
Yes.
into your drink.
Boom.
She holds out the
A
bag.
movable rod.
I will assume that. No, I think I got this after Hattie joined at least, but maybe before Dimblin, because I think it was right around the.
Oh
night
God,
when
this
I-
is old.
But it's a bag of valerian tea.
Oh, God.
It doesn't do anything bad. Written here is that it regains hit points, but it's still some high fancy tea. So she holds out a bag of that.
And it's bright purple. From memory.
And I
recollects.
actually think Hattie would know what it is because I do think it happened after Hattie joined the party.
Hattie doesn't care what it is, she cares what it does, by the looks of that insight roll.
I'm
roll,
trusting my wife to not poison me.
Really? You're dumb. Sorry. I mean, you can't really be poisoned.
Oh,
Nah.
okay. With 15 insight, I am doing and 23 deception and telling
The
you.
fact that you're trying
essentially
to deceive him is actually shady.
It's going to poison you, Hattie.
Is it?
Why
I
would
have
This
a
is so
weird
great.
thing that is kind of relevant to this.
Oh God, what bullshit do you have?
I'm proficient in herbalism kits and poisonous kits.
Of course you are! The one person who does not benefit from either of them.
and I'm also a calligraphist supplies. I have the weirdest tool.
You really do have the weirdest all things. Herbalism, poisonous, and calligraphy. You make an
Yes.
amazing assassin.
Oh yes, I'll be the best assassin.
The ransom notes were so beautiful.
Yes.
So Dimblum knows what this tea is.
Yes.
Probably.
Okay. That means I can do this. This is what the tea does.
Oh my god, it's from Old Legacy. That's how old this shit is.
But it's a custom-made item. Like, I have just made, like, add item and written it myself because it's something you've given me on Discord way back sometime.
Did
But yeah, I
give you it?
basically just told the Hattie that is going to poison her, so...
Yeah, so,
I mean, she
how do you
believed that
speak-
anyway, I'm gonna be honest, probably.
I'm not so sure we should make tea out of that. It's not...
It's totally fine.
not sure it's
She's
safe.
just pulling your leg.
And she stops laughing
I-
at Hattie. As Dimblum says it.
You are so hard to read. Okay,
More wine.
let's go ahead and we'll trust you on this.
Oh, is this,
How does it...
have you got some?
How do you think it
Alright,
mixes
I've
with
got
Have
pie?
you got some already?
Yes, I have.
Well, I do think it's going to match perfectly with pine.
Why not? No, have more.
I had some pine teas, and that was my plan to make more.
It's
Once
got
I
a, like a,
got that,
Did you-
but
it's got a
optional.
sweet tinge to it. Very sweet floral taste.
Mother says hi.
Like a
They're all waving back.
like a herbal
Well-
tea mixed with a pine tea. I don't think that would be too
Alright, they give it some
strange.
extra depth. So let's go ahead and try it. The water's just about hot.
I know, it's a red fluid. Why? How are you sprinkling it into the tea?
Well, you have given me something called valerium tea, and you've given me the description. I have just copy-pasted whatever you've given me, so
Okay.
I'm not taking this on my cape.
The
Okay.
constant urge of wanting to teleport one of my party members because I can whenever I look at my spells. I'm fighting it, but I can.
He's fighting it, but he's losing slowly.
I'm losing slowly. One day you're gonna be teleported, and you don't know what and how.
I have teleported several of you multiple times.
Can
Yeah.
all
I
of
am-
you...
I am the teleporter.
What? Why are you still rolling?
You will never see it coming when I teleport you.
I have... Alex just goes, can all of you, and then
And then
Dimple
just
just Homer Simpson's back into the tree line.
I know, that confused the shit out of me for a minute, I'm going to be honest.
Are you
You-
stealth
you-
checking the DM?
Yeah, you're trying to stealth check me! Because I can perception check you back, bitch!
I'm stealthing my way out of this.
No, you started this!
Ah,
I see you!
you just see the meme of when Homer just goes into a bush. This is what Dimblum does.
Fuck's sake. Okay, this
yes,
makes
that's
this
all
next
right.
bit far more traumatic.
Okay.
Do you want us to roll?
I'm confused now.
Yes, what do you want us to roll?
Dimblum, can you roll survival, please?
Oh, that is actually my week. Yeah, it's...
It's only a plus 13.
Hattie, can you roll nature?
No, it's only a plus
Sure.
3.
And Trix, can you roll also survival, please?
Oh, that's only because it's my lowest.
I literally picked all of your lowest stats.
I know!
Hattie has
I rolled the best.
many that are pretty low.
No, actually, Trix's was the hardest one because she has lots of 3s.
Yeah.
I
The rest
do
of you have an outright lowest stat.
I have
No, I have a
Yeah,
bunch
I-
of
three of them.
Zero loads a
I have
couple of ones,
some-
yeah, true.
I have survival, medicine, insight, and animal handling. Surprisingly enough, and a flat out wisdom as a +3.
I'm going
That's
to do
my
one of my
lowest
favourite
stats.
things. Darkness overcomes your sight, and the world around you seems to whirl and blur into nothingness.
Because I failed a survival check?
Yes.
Is the world dying?
To you.
Did we drink the tea already? Is
No,
this the
you.
effect of
This is not the effect of the tea, no.
That's my
Hey,
suggestion.
Although, Hattie may full well believe that Trix did this to
Yeah.
her. So.
Because I did flat out lie to you that the tea was poisonous, so you might actually think that Trix actually has poisoned you, and Dimble just lied to your face.
I think that was also the first time that you lied to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was very innocent, though. I
Hopefully it
did
was a small lie. We'll see.
I did the backwards lying that I normally do. I was giving you something good, but lying about it being bad. Which is
It's
the
a little
first time
but-
Trix has admitted that something she's giving out is bad. Also.
Actually, not. The dream begins, as it
Oh, no.
always does. I know.
No!
What? Snow falling upward, the air heavy, wrong. Silence stretches so far it starts to scream. Your feet are on a sheet of obsidian ice. Deep below it, shapes writhe and dying. A voice comes, calm, ancient, unearned in its confidence. It does not rise from around you. It blooms from within you. I am not born. I am not born of this land. I am not shaped in its storms, or sung in the being by its winds. I came here, uninvited, when the world had forgotten what it sealed away. The great glacier once whispered with the breath of spirits. It was a place of balance, a place of beauty. The voice still calls to its frozen guardians, summoning snowborn legends like Iskralif and Neitherlif. How noble! But beauty can be broken. Balance is fragile, and legends bleed. I found what your gods feared to bury, the shard of midnight, forged it in the prideful cradle of Netheril, fed by death, frost, and forbidden dreams. I consumed every soul, foolish enough to touch it. Archmages, warlords, dragons, all fell to its hunger. The ice around you darkens to black and violet. A vast silhouette of a jagged crystal rises like a tower through the storm. But I did not fall. I bent it. I fed it. I became it. I was the dragon once, yes. A creature of hunger and ambition. Now, I'm the will of the glacier itself. The frost made flesh. The end that thinks, that remembers. Above Aurora's fracture-like bone, you see scenes like Thrimvar's eyes turning white in terror, Maleria's cult shattering in a scream of Brakfos, and Orenthil devouring her kin before freezing in a moment of regret. You chase the stories of those who failed. You believe yourself stronger, wiser, purer. The Arctic dwarves lie silent in their vaults, their fires long drowned in ice. The voice of the eagles pleads the spirits to no longer answer. And Presenter, justice burns hot, but even stars can freeze. His form finally appears, titanic, jagged, half shadow, half blackened frost, a living glacier with wings. His chest glows with a shard's violet light, pulsing with every word. You carry blades. You speak of hope. You summon the last eagles and beg for balance. But this land does not belong to you. Not anymore. It's mine. It sings in my name. It breathes only because I allow it. A single slow exhale, the air freezes solid, fracturing like glass. Time itself feels brittle. The shard does not whisper. It commands. Through it I unravel death. I reshape ice. I twist the essence of the gods. I do not merely bring winter. I am its throne. Visions flash, an entire ocean locking solid mid-wave, a sun fading to black disk, the children of the north clawing at snow just for warmth which no longer exists. I will not conquer. I will not destroy. I will remake. There will be no resistance, no resurrection, no thaw. And yet here you are. Cracks in inevitability, specks of warmth. The voice softens slightly, not kind, but cold and precise like a scalpel. I offer you one choice. Flee. Now. Abandon your quest. Let the tribes die. Let the eagles fall. Let the last heartbeat of this glacier fall silent beneath my wings. And in return, I grant you life. A brief flicker far from here, unbothered, forgotten. As the form leans closer to your face, you can feel the death of empires upon its breath. Or stay, and I will carve your souls into the heart of the ice. You will become echoes, screaming beneath frozen miles, not remembered, not mourned, preserved. At last, a final pause as cold as oblivion. The glacier is mine. I'm going to pause for a second to let my voice rest and paste this into chat for you. Because I have a little surprise for each of you.
Oh, my.
Ew. Oh no.
Surprises don't have to be pleasant either.
Who shall we start with?
Me! Shoot me! Shoot me! I mean...
Fine.
Oh no.
You awaken in a memory that's not yours, but it feels like it should be. A red-robed figure moves through smoke. You're small again, powerless, and the smoke freezes solid. Time halts, and his voice arrives. Little one, you ran far. You screamed loud. But did you truly believe you escaped? The red wizards branded you, twisted you, watched your tears boil on stone, and still you fled. How brave, how foolish. You carry a fire in you, don't you? Not magic, not vengeance, hope. I will snuff it out. They sought to own you. I will do worse. I will make you forget who you were, who you are. You see yourself older, dressed in Thayan robes, eyes blank and frostbitten, serving a smile. In the new world I build, you will not run, you will kneel. Who's next?
Can I just for flavor at the end, Trix will just laugh like a low
No,
laugh.
you can't laugh.
Just,
You have no reaction. This is a dream. You have no control.
So I can't like blood. Okay. That's
You have
fine.
no control. Who's next?
I am writing. If you can go to Dimlim, that'd be great.
Yeah,
If not,
Fine.
I can.
Go
pause.
Dimdum's actually next on my list. That's actually kind of helpful. You dream of your homeland as it once was. Bonfires, chants, ancestral songs. The wind cuts it in half. Frost sweeps the vision clear. Only bones remain. The stars vanish. A voice echoes from deep below the snow. So I have to pause to show the handout. Ah, one of the lost ones. Your tribe called to spirits dance with wind, honored the balance. Noble, fleeting, forgotten. By the way, this is not the same voice that was talking in the Big Lawn log.
Okay.
They clung to the frost as a friend until they met me. You see your tribal ancestors, warriors and shamans, frozen in grotesque poses, eyes wide, mouths still chanting beneath the ice. You're not the last hope. You're the last memory, and soon not even that. You cannot restore what I have claimed. You cannot revive what I have destroyed. You can only choose where to fall. At the front of the avalanche, or beneath it. I will put these in chat as well, by the way, just to help you. But now it is Hattie, so.
I'll come back to this in a moment then.
In your dream, you stand before two draconic corpses half buried in snow. Their eyes are frozen open, their wings shattered. A grave bell tolls once, and then from the cold, a voice speaks once more. This is the hardest image I have. It just didn't work. I couldn't get the right one. I remember them. Two dragons who believed death was sacred, who taught you to mourn with dignity, to wield silence as strength. I turned them into monuments. You see Ithangarax's breath claim them, twisting their dying roars into echoes carved in black ice. They try and reach for you, but they cannot move. You preach the grave, child, but I am the grave. I do not give rest, I give stillness. They died believing in mercy. You will die learning the truth. There is no mercy left in this world. And when your bones lie beside theirs, I will make sure your prayers never rise again. The darkness fades and the world around you once more is drawn into stark contrast to the darkness.
Now that's an interesting side effect of the tea.
And instantly Trix gets blamed.
You can't talk to during the dream.
The dream is
Can't
finished.
talk.
Yeah.
Can't talk. You
He said
laugh.
He said we woke up.
Just now.
Why couldn't I laugh?
Because
No,
you were in
he
a dream!
He said we woke up now, Aina.
Fine.
That's what happens. You are in a dream, and then eventually you wake up.
Yes, hopefully.
I still wanted to laugh.
As you wake, a figure sits in camp that was not there before.
Why, hello
Just
there.
making notes.
Sits there regarding you. Greetings.
Welcome to our humble abode. Your humble abode?
You
I'm
heard it,
not sure.
didn't you?
Hmm?
You heard it. The ice, the thing that taints it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we did.
I still
Does
hear
that happen
it.
often?
It happens all the time. The others, they can't hear it. I hear everything. The ice is my mother, and she grants me sight. At no point in time were his lips moving during this, by the way.
I feel obligated to offer you some tea, but I'm not sure you drink tea.
Yeah, offer an ice creature a warm beverage. That seems like a hate crime or something of some kind. Here, melt!
Hospitality is not a hate crime.
Hospitality is that?
Hostility can be a hate crime.
Yes.
May I ask, what is your name, sir? Female thing.
It doesn't actually have a gender, so
It's
Hence why I
fluid.
said all.
to your tongue of people, and he'll look around the druids, call me born of ice. I am older than they, and I don't remember how long. We seem to have forgotten. We have been here very long. We have seen much.
So, born of creature, what brings you to our humble zone
Ice.
camp?
Visitors
I'm-
are rare, and others that hear the voice rarer still. I now know why. I heard your cries. I heard the plea. I now
Well-
see. I was desperately trying not to rhyme, but there was no way around that. I'm so sorry.
Right.
Trav is desperately writing down the 50,000 pieces of lore I've just put.
Or at least as many notes of them as I can. I haven't even gotten to this guy yet, but I've taken down, I think, the notes that are important at the moment.
I think we might be connected to the big bad of this foreseeable trial? Challenge?
Do you refer to the wearers of red, the dragon, or perhaps those?
Excuse me,
forgotten by
what
your
in red?
kind?
I mean, I was referring, not preferring,
He
referring the dragon.
said, the wearers in red with white eyes that have no heartbeat.
Ha! Yes, those. What are those? The red ones. Are they
Oh.
robed in red?
Yeah, I'm not insiding tricks
We
with
both
an 11.
We both know who they are.
Is
What
that
one?
why?
One bears your blood.
Oh fuck. And then Trix doesn't say anything else after that. She just says,
What?
"Oh fuck."
An old man. He should be frail, but death is a strange thing.
Is this one of your sad backstories, Tricks?
Huh?
I
Oh,
told you when you
well.
were linked to the frozen north.
Well, I told many times that, my father was a red wizard.
Yeah.
And
What
my
is a-
family totally has ties to them.
What is a
She's
father?
very unsure in her voice.
What is a father?
It's the male equivalent of a mother.
He's my paternal. If that's a word. Paternal. Maternal. Paternal.
He
Yeah.
has a name.
Yeah. I don't want to say his
He
name.
probably
doesn't
has
deserve
a
that.
name.
He doesn't deserve.
As you saying, don't want to hear his name, he will write it in the snow.
Don't you? No. And
He will write this name.
fuck. She will desperately try to erase it.
Seeing that, he will blow it away.
Out
Names are
of respect
powerful
for my
things.
wife, I will not look at the name.
I will, because
Oh.
information is part of the horde.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah. Yes. So I am 100% making note of that.
Okay, but hold up. Plus, I knew my father was alive. I just assumed he died. You know, he was an asshole.
I mean, maybe he did die, but death isn't always the end of living.
There are
He
certain
tells me he has had
individuals who-
32 deaths. One by the hand of a woman clad in finery. Many others by others in red and lessers.
You mentioned undead. Is he now kind of undead?
He's not quite alive, no.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Well,
which?
as father as daughter.
I mean,
Trix is still fully alive.
You
Well,
are
She's
yeah.
just
still
not
very much
mortal
alive.
anymore.
You are. Some turn to other means to escape the inevitable jaws of death.
At least,
it never
okay.
not
has
surprised
been an issue for me.
Okay, just know that if we encounter my father, he is a total asshole. He forced me to do lots of schoolwork, denied me candy, and banned pancakes. So he gotta die.
So
Wow,
I'm the
he
first
denied.
talk
That's the most
later.
extreme answer from a child. He denied me pancakes, candy, made me do schoolwork, so he needs to die.
She said that.
I have some concerns about the perspectives that you may have held in the past, though if he is a lich, then I mostly agree with your sentiment anyway.
I mean,
Till
we
he-
have
unless he
met
proves
very many
otherwise.
liches which you haven't looked down
Just
upon.
know-
have they?
One of Trix's liches has become one of her bitches as well. So,
I will
Just-
tell you
just-
that I have simply not vocalized much of my disagreement out of politeness because they were, well, similarly polite.
Well, just
But
know that I don't
shirking-
like my father, so
Shirking the cycle of death is still
I mean,
somewhat offensive.
I'm sorry. I may be a
this is
soul
Dimblem trying to be
construct.
sympathetic. I'm
No,
sorry.
this is a slight. I don't think Hattie realizes that it is a slight against Dimblem because Dimblem has escaped the wheel of life.
I mean, yeah. that's
You are
true.
not technically an undead, though. There's a
I
specific
am a
flavor
soul
of-
construct.
You're still
Yeah,
a soul.
that's
You
his.
can
That's
still
his official
die.
designation we have come up with. He's a soul construct.
Yes.
There are complications, but path to lichdom is generally one fraught with much sacrifice.
It is a
Of
lesser man's
Yes,
way
Trix,
to
it
be
is, isn't
immortalized.
it?
quick question, Mr. Born of Ice. My father, is he very high up, you know, close to this big ice lich, Mr. Isengrunt? Like, how close are they? Are they friends?
We believe.
Actually, friends with benefits.
Yeah.
God, no. No, we're not going there.
We believe that we see many the one you describe as father, and he sounds confused by this one, has his own will, yet sees merit in the Dark One's desire.
Yeah, you call it the Dark One. Well, that's easier than Ithungra. And she stumbles on the last syllables of Ithungra.
I mean, would you like Ithungrax's full name? Because I have one.
I'm just gonna call him the Dark One.
Okay.
I feel like... I don't know what I feel.
You feel love. Sorry.
I'm not sure I should vocalize my thoughts just yet. But what is your purpose in coming here?
I merely wish to see what others may do in the light of information. I share in the visions, everything I see. The ice shows me all. Your plight is sad indeed, yet the glacier may have need of you. Few here have the will to stand against such things. We offer you power and the means by which to achieve. But there are others which will be needed. You know there are greater things required to face the dragon. The Dark One is protected, and even I cannot touch it. I am merely a voice.
I mean, we'll take the help we can get, unless it's unethical.
I would like to...
Little ethical necromancy. Sorry.
I would like... If you don't mind, I would like to insight check this individual.
Yeah, go ahead. For what purpose?
What I'm... In the conversations we've been having, I'm trying to read if they are sincere, or if they are a spy sent by Ithungrax.
Valid question.
That is my main intent here.
Whew! Damn! You see right through him.
Born of Ice is entirely sincere, however, Born of Ice is not an I, it is a we. Born of Ice is many, not one. He's basically a hive mind.
That was one of the first questions I was going to ask.
So I already answered it.
Yes.
The instant I said we, you're like, shit, no!
Well,
you said that a few minutes ago, and I caught it, but it fell off because I was taking notes.
Yeah, because you were focusing on other things. I have given you a lot to deal with. Get used to it. That's what the Great Lacy is going to do to you.
Yep. That is why I am redoubling my effort to take good notes.
And Ina still writes nothing.
Hey, what do you mean? I have a lot of notes. This is just from, like, I have even a whole page just of the nightmare going on here.
Good, I'm
you
so
wrote
proud.
down her father's name.
No, she knows that it's in a OneNote.
I actually, while I was talking myself out,
You were looking at the puzzle box OneNote, weren't you?
Yeah, I had to find the puzzle box OneNote, but by the time I got to where I knew my father's name, you have already posted it in the chat. So I was going to say my father's name. I would have said Anand. So yeah.
This is really, really weird because I just had lunch last weekend with my friend Armand.
Damn it, he tricks his father!
Yep.
Does he by any chance is called Anaquis as his last name?
No.
Does he wear a fancy red robe from time to time?
And have strange tattoos on his face.
Have a goatee?
Does he look kind of undead?
Yeah, by the way, Trix's father has a goatee. So
Well, had a goatee. Undead doesn't usually keep hair.
he should still have a goatee. I have yet to see a character in Dungeons and Dragons that has a goatee.
You just want him to have a goatee just for what's the word?
I mean,
Representation.
when you have ascended to Lichdom, I think you have enough magical power to give yourself hair, even though you are undead.
True.
He should have a massive goatee now.
And an afro.
No, we're not going to an afro.
no.
That's like a whole different level.
we wouldn't see the afro because he always has the cloak of his robe.
The robe is just very bulbous on top.
Yes, it's just it's a bit bulbous. Yeah.
I would watch or read a comic or animated series called Afro Lich.
I mean, so would I.
Oh yes.
Yes. Moving on.
Well, you said that you have been part of the ice for...
We are the ice.
Yes,
For you.
for some time. Do you know what Grox refers to when he refers to the shard of eternal midnight that he has found or merged with? What is... I know there are things that are old and powerful up here. Is this some long forgotten relic or an entity in its own right?
A darkness made by those whose cities fell upon them, crushing them beneath their woes.
So it came about as an accident from
You
the
aware?
fall of Netheril.
Yeah, it was no accident. It
Were
was
there-
held in keep by, and he'll pause for a moment, creatures of lineage amongst those who are present.
Speak of my kin.
Your kin, yes, and mine. I see all that lies in the ice, even those time has forgotten.
Right.
It would be the hubris.
Just realised
Dragons
Born of Ice is
and
incredibly
wizards.
edgy.
It would be the hubris of dragons and wizards alike to toy with something so dark. And Netheril was known for nothing if it was not known for hubris.
The darkness rests upon it. The darkness I cannot extinguish even in the brightest of day. For the darkest of night is coming.
We must be ready.
Well, I will not say that this is light news. Like, I know the whole thing with Isengrax, as she looks at Hattie. It's a huge deal, but if this
I want to commit
Red-
patricide!
but if this red wizard type of creature is my father, we ought to not underestimate that threat either. No matter what its intentions are.
If
I
your
mean,
father has tied himself to Isengrax and the Shard of Eternal Midnight, then I don't think we will underestimate. I think we will.
feel like
Please,
we'll
just the same.
find. If we find one, we may find the other.
It's very
I am-
likely.
I am wondering about who to pursue first.
If we just stumble upon your father, I give him a good smack with my hammer.
Would Dimble
Would
like
you-
to know what we're Born of Ice as well after this? Because everyone else has questioned Born of Ice apart from Dimble.
Well,
Dimblum has not asked Born of Ice anything. Everyone else has questioned him deeply. Would you like to? Or...
I mean, I don't think Dimblum finds that this creature born of ice would have too many answers.
Oh, okay. Sorry, carry on.
So I'm kind of taking a step back.
Okay, that's fine. I was just checking.
Yes. So I will give your father a good smack.
Well, I
Pip
appreciate that. I appreciate that, Dimblum. And it might actually come to that, because I would love to give my own father a smacking. But tell me, Born of Ice, one last question, at least. And she looks around a bit confused. I believe I only have one question left. You've told us about our foes, but could you point us in the direction of any allies? Do you know of any that could benefit from our aid or help us in the future?
Dimna will kind of do a swirl around the place.
Just kind of point to everyone.
I mean, these people seem to be happy to have some help.
Well, I was referring to outside of the druids, like where it's our.
Can't we kind of start here, talk to these people?
Trix is trying to get as many allies as possible.
Well,
We absolutely should.
I am merely trying to get this. And she eyes the creature. Thing? If they do, maybe point us to where we can find more allies.
I don't know why, but I think that's kind of insulting of this creature.
I call them they in the end. Whatever I says at the end is what counts.
You tried.
Sure.
Yeah, I tried.
Well, it wouldn't harm. It
have
wouldn't.
many allies.
Yeah, it wouldn't harm to be pointed in.
Alone.
It wouldn't harm just to be pointed in the right direction, would it?
The thing
Like we
is,
know-
I have a feeling that everyone is gonna point in a different direction.
Which way do we go? All of you point three different ways.
Well, we wouldn't know before we ask, would we, husband? And they eyes you a bit menacingly.
Outside of this place, few fight the plight. Although there are still some who resist the enemy. The Elutian people who inhabit this place still attempt their resistance. Their life is forever in the balance, but if it is to be overtaken, they will be lost forever. There are dwarves that lie deep in the glacier, deep hidden, sealed behind their doors. Perhaps they can offer any degree of aid. They are mighty among others, but so are the people themselves. There are still tribes not corrupted by the influence of the dragon and the dark one. I mean, every time he says this, the dragon and the dark one are two different individuals, it's worth knowing. He doesn't refer to them as a collective.
Dimlem will just assume he talks about the midnight stone thing as a separate entity.
Okay. There are others that perhaps you could... And he'll look at him and... Your people still rest in the glacier. Few of them. But there are others who may aid you. The great eagles have not been summoned and spoken to through the voice in some time. Perhaps they will aid you in your plight. But there are dark things within the ice. Things best left forgotten.
I mean,
Those
birds of prey are usually kind of asshole-ish.
You saying that out loud?
Yes.
Okay. Some things are best left forgotten in the ice.
Hattie gives you a very interesting side eye.
Wouldn't technically a dragon be a bird of prey in this realm of influence?
No,
Not
you're
quite,
a reptilian.
but pretty
Okay.
close.
I am returning the slight you made to me.
I'm gonna be honest, are dragons amphibians? Because most dragons can swim.
They
I don't know what
can't
we are.
breathe underwater.
Some
of us
can.
do. Silver dragons don't, but
I mean,
Some do.
turtle dragons can, but
bronze
pseudo
dragons can.
Could
Gold
we-
dragons, I think, can also breathe underwater.
Could we take
Black
a 5-minute
dragons?
break, by the way?
Yeah, we're going to take a 5-minute break now anyway. So yeah, if everyone's okay with that.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
fine.
no.
I'm trying to catch up on my notes.
Immortals!
Yes.
Hooray! So, we have a list of peoples to make contact with.
List of
Yes.
potential
We should-
allies.
We should seek the dwarfs.
Of course, the short people fight the short people. Is that what you're going by?
That's my reasoning, yes.
Trix wants to
But,
find people shorter than her.
I have.
Well,
Trix
they
just wanna meet dwarfs again.
technically dwarves are taller than
They are,
gnomes
yes.
By a little bit.
By a
Yes.
lot.
But yes,
by a lot.
I stand by my sentence. We should seek the dwarfs.
Well, I might
Maybe-
have one question that is kind of out of the blue.
Ooh, this intrigues me.
Uh,
I don't think you're still holding glory.
My dream was linked.
Yeah, it's
to-
worth. Oh, sorry. I need to state this. None of you knew each other's dreams. Sorry. Well done, Lars.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
My dream was more linked to. It had a feeling of lost heritage. And I do know that I used to be someone before I became what I am now.
I used to be someone before I became this someone.
Yes. Would you perhaps know anything about my past?
Well, maybe. But
Who are
you
you
haven't.
asking this question to? It's a-
Yeah, I was
I am-
Board of Ice.
You're asking Board of Ice. Okay.
Well,
I was a little
but-
confused.
Trix is answering, which seems so in character.
Yeah, no, I am actually basing this off of our
Legend
like
lore.
no, the IRL game because I played Trix and
Oh,
Yes,
right.
you did. You actually met Elcar.
yeah, Trix knows who Alcar is, but Trix has never gotten the question and she hasn't seen the.
No, I told you you were not allowed to tell him unless he asked you.
Yeah, no, I had some restrictions about that knowledge, but now the question is asked, and I will actually very hesitantly say, well, maybe.
No. Okay, I was not addressing
It's
you.
only 8 months later.
I mean, to be fair,
See, and some
Dibbler
people
would
say
have
that Ida
no
can't
way
remember
of
things.
knowing that this would happen, so it wouldn't be
No.
natural for him to ask.
And people can't say that Ida can't remember things. 8 months later, she still knows.
Yay, she has memories.
I have a terrible short-term memory. It comes back to me after 8 months.
You have a better in-person You have a better in-person memory though, because you remember what you say on snaps as well.
Yes, I do. So it's a whole thing. But yeah, no. I am taking my in real life game when we met up as canon now.
Well, I am intrigued about your answers, wife, but as for now, I am talking to the hive mind.
We are not a hive mind, we are all and none. But I see many divergences, 2 to be exact. One of tragedy and spite. No, not tragedy and spite. One of tragedy and fight. Sorry, I'm used to saying spite. I'm used to saying spite over fight. It's a reflex. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know how that's a reflex. It's bad that that's a reflex. It's not fight or flight. It's fight or spite. I mean, I'm totally with that. It's the gay version. One of glory and joy, and one of descent into hell's opening jaws.
I mean, I do kind of slightly know that I've been to the 9 hells. I somewhat remember that.
That's the part you do remember.
It's the other part that I don't recall. The long ago times.
One with ice will actually walk up to you and look you straight in the eyes.
He's a tall motherfucker.
Yeah, he actually is tall. This guy's like 9 feet. He is not small.
So, yeah, kind of has to kind of look down at me.
This guy is like properly tall. He is scary tall.
Okay.
There are legion among you hidden beneath the labyrinth of life's worth, waiting for release. But for now the vestige of grace must remain, for through your deeds, only then shall you show your refrain.
Okay, so no magical god powers for me. Yet.
I wouldn't say that. And he'll look at your mace. Your hammer, sorry. The arcane wall.
Yeah, okay.
Others have wielded this. Yet its spirit remains trapped. Seek death's embrace to find what it lacks. I like speaking in riddles and rhymes to Dimblum alone.
I kind
no
of narrows down my gaze at Hattie. Find death's embrace.
Yeah, death's embrace. You instantly look at Hattie. Just like, go and hug Hattie.
Hattie, hug me.
What? Why? Okay.
He said death's embrace.
I'm not death.
You are the closest thing I know to death. So.
I'm flattered.
Trix knows something closer to death, but...
I mean, she is your destruction.
We can have a conversation about this later.
We can talk about this.
If you need to seek death's embrace, I have some ideas.
Oh God, Hattie's gonna kill Dimblum.
If anyone can.
It's probably Hattie, actually.
Yeah.
Short of an aspect, it's going to be Hattie. I know what you're looking for.
Nothing.
Liar!
I am... No. Hold on.
Insight check.
Do not turn your camera off, bitch. I know what you're doing.
I'm not
27, Ina.
We insight check Ina. Hang on. I know how to win this.
No.
60.
No. I refuse. You have to do it against my will, so I get a will check.
Would you like to face against my will?
You don't count. You didn't. Well, wait. You actually were the one to ask. Never mind.
Yes, exactly. You can't break my will. You know that.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I'm not looking for anything in particular. I'm just,
why?
Are you looking for your inspiration card?
Oh no, I know where my inspiration card is. I have that here. But I have the rest.
I just hold all the props that I made.
Yes.
I came to Norway for chests of props.
I am gathering.
Oh look, there it is.
Knowledge.
There's your commemorative coin.
Yeah.
I am gathering knowledge. So Trix is just standing idly.
Seems oddly appropriate for Trix,
remembering.
actually, doesn't it? Really, gathering knowledge.
Yes. So I am just having to look through my whole fucking.
Fuck you, Lars. No, you
mess.
cannot use your DM's draw of fate.
No, I'm not using it, but I'm telling you, I have it.
I've just realised I've now got to redo all of that for villainy. Have a nice shit.
I actually like the props. They were actually kind of cool.
So, Born of Ice.
We speak, yes.
Something Dimblum here has said brought an interesting question to my mind.
Speak and we shall answer. God, this is sounding more cryptic. I'm going to stop talking. It sounds more and more cryptic the more I speak.
We know that we all saw individual visions. This has not been the first time for that to happen. Though it is the first time here. That's a whole other conversation in and of itself. I wonder if our interesting friend here may be tied to Night Serpent in some way. But that's not my question.
Okay.
It was sarcastic. He is
No,
not.
so I'm not
The
interesting.
fact that Hattie has to explain her own sarcasm to Dimplum.
Hey, it's thematically.
Yeah, it's accurate. I love it.
I was not referring to you, Dimplum. I was referring to
What, everything's about you?
Rocks, the Shadow, and the Shard
one.
of Eternal Midnight.
The Dark One.
He may have some overlap, the Dark One. He may have some overlap. They may have some overlap if it is more than one, with the Night Serpent. We've put the Night Serpent at bay, but we have not ended him entirely.
That is an interesting idea.
That's not my question, though. It's a little more
It is an
immediate.
interesting idea.
I saw in my vision 2 of my kin fallen and frozen on the wastes. But I could not make out if it was literal or if it was figurative. I know he wishes to taunt us, or he would not have contacted us at all. Do you have any insight? Do you know of any of my kin that fell here? For I know of one that fell, but I've spoken to her on the other side. She made it. Safe is not the right word, but she made it to the other side. She does not linger.
No, she does not let it linger. She does not.
But she is not my only kin.
Your kin are of many. Those you saw in a vision relate to those that gave you life. But there is another which rests in the ice, forgotten by time. Another of your kin that rests in midnight's embrace, lost to hope and lost to grace. Oh, sorry, I slipped into Ithongrox then. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that! It was meant to be boy voice.
Understandable.
Yeah, I know, it's a massive lore dump. This entire campaign is a massive lore dump.
I'm also looking over my list of Hattie's immediate family, at least her clan. Her den? I don't know, whatever you would call it.
A clutch.
Clutch? No, because it wasn't all
It's a clutch of
necessarily
eggs.
siblings. Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, what
we'll
do
see.
you call a community of dragons?
I don't know.
A wing, isn't it?
A fizzban. No.
No, I refuse to call it a fizzban.
But yeah, her immediate family.
It's called a flight.
A flight.
Although I
right.
do like the weir better. A weir of dragons.
Huh.
I like that more thematically.
The business of dragons.
A weir of dragons.
Wouldn't
I
it
like
be a horde of dragons?
No, it's
No,
not.
because dragons don't consider each other property unless you're a specific kind of dragon.
I like the
some of
weir
them,
of
I
dragons
assume,
better, though. I don't know why.
Yeah. But no, it provides some comfort that I do not know that these are direct.
Descendants.
If these are older, these would not be the few that I feared that they were.
These
They are
came
still safe
before.
somewhere. That is still terrible news, though in a different perspective. Thank you.
Hello, Bulla. Oh shit, when I come to Norway I have to come and see Bulla.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Perhaps we
Mhm.
could.
And I kind of want to come and see Robin.
Perhaps, Hattie says, turning to address like everybody else, Trix and Dimblem. Perhaps it might be time to find some of my friends.
I mean, we're standing right here.
Some of my older friends.
Mm.
Well, I have a feeling, or at least I got the feeling after we came here, that we're about to embark of some of my old friends as well.
Bulla.
Mm.
Don't mind my
Cat
cat.
I mean, isn't it
I've-
just...
Been trying to leave them out of this for their own safety. Grox was intent on hunting us when I was younger, but I believe he was just keeping us away so that he could set up whatever he has. Might be time to get them back
Mm.
in the north. I'll send some words out.
Well, if it's of anything really,
Oh god, Ines.
I don't
Yeah.
think they would have just stood idly by and done nothing.
Can I ask for a
We were
specific
young.
check?
What would
I
that
want
be?
It's a very specific check.
Okay.
I like when
I-
players ask for things. Go ahead and try.
Okay, I'm so sorry if Spilla writes shit. I wanna just take a couple of seconds and I wanna try and listen for some ringing.
Oh god. A bell by any chance?
Yes.
That's not actually down to me.
I don't think at this moment in time you would be sneaking somewhere.
But can I hear like
That's
a
genuinely not down to me. You can do a perception? No, I'm letting Lars set the DC in the roll.
I will state that in terms of me checking for bells, that this actually might be something she would be constantly not checking, but be aware of. If she, yeah, because she knows the on and off switch of the ringing specifically.
I'm
so-
letting Lars set the DC and the check.
But I don't know if I will hear it or not. But it just occurred to me, so it
And
would occur
the
to
choice
Trix as
of whether
well.
it occurs or not. This one is out of my hands.
Because she
I
hasn't.
think we can add a few pluses to this, but that's the DC you have to meet.
Add a 7 to it.
Okay, so you have to meet a 29,
In what perception?
I guess.
Bella, please don't. No, I don't know what.
Ooh.
No, that's deception. Bella, slut. That's awful
It's
deception.
still deception.
Yeah, I mean, you
Blame
can't
Bella.
lie your way out of
No,
this.
he rolled both of my keys.
Well done, Bulla.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a little collar with a D20 on it. I'm so proud.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm probably going to roll bad now because of him. Oh.
How does
Okay,
it feel
fine.
to be?
Oh.
Oh, shit!
You're one off.
Oh
You can hear a slightest jingle in your head.
no! But I don't hear anything else but the one.
No.
Okay.
And to be honest, I don't see how Elias would have gotten into this place.
Elias
Well-
is not here. I'm telling you this now.
Well,
Elias
that
is
most-
Elias is currently in Neverwinter.
Yeah.
Well, I think Trix would like try and look for him at weird places by listening into the bell. So it wouldn't be the first time she does this, and probably wouldn't be the first time she imagines hearing a bell. So she wouldn't pursue it so much. But I
Oh
was just,
shit!
I was just curious.
I've just told you that Elias is still alive. Fuck.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, he was at our wedding.
I've just
That's what
no.
28 gets you, is
Yes,
accidental
he-
revealing of information.
Yeah.
I have
No,
an
he was
entire
at
history written for Elias and Captain Mayflower.
Yes. You have to
And
rewrite
Captain
the
Whiteheart.
part when he dies.
No, he doesn't die. I already know exactly his
Okay.
entire history. I have an
Okay.
entire OneNote devoted to ex-NPCs that are not currently active in their timelines. This is why I
Don't
have
you
nervous
remember-
breakdowns every now and then.
Don't you remember, Lars, that the reason we're having such a chaos in puzzle box is because we have plot armor. We can't die, so we do stupid things.
But
Yeah.
Lars has that in Descent as well.
Yes, I love my plot armor.
Plot armor is fun. It's actually very enjoyable having plot
But
armor.
as I've told Lars, doesn't mean you can't die.
And it just means
No.
you get resurrected. And
Yes,
get
somehow.
PTSD.
Yes.
More
PTSD
trauma.
and
My gift to you is trauma.
Yay.
You have already seen how that worked out for Bonkers.
Yeah. And the nightmares. I'm
Nice.
still incredibly proud of how the nightmares still traumatize some of you. Which means they were well written, which I'm so proud of.
Yeah,
Alright.
they were good.
I know I was traumatized, but he had a lot of shit on me to use, so
Anyhow, you
Yes.
don't hear the bell next to you.
No, there's no bell.
yeah, it's not enough to me to assume that he's around here.
No.
Or in this glacier was my intention, though.
Would you like
yeah,
me as
Brett-
DM to aid you in your continuance, or are you going to carry on with talking to Born of Ice? I'm fine either way.
I have forgotten what he said to me.
Thank God
I'm
this is
sorry.
recorded!
Yeah.
It's something about death's embrace.
Well, he did tell us.
Aina, no, Aina! He does not help you when you forget. Why would you help him when he forgets?
I help her all the time.
That's fair.
I know I have a
I
point,
will-
that's why I said it!
I
will-
help
I
her
will-
all the time, damn
You
it.
do
Yeah,
help her
I
all
will-
the time, it's true.
I will actually help.
Me and Travis come out as the assholes here because we help neither of you.
This is mostly taken out of a question I asked earlier, which is an allied question. Where can we find, like, where should we start? Because we can't just go straight to Idengrax, even I know that. So he basically mentioned a couple of different. I think he called this area Illusion. And then there are a couple of tribes that are still uncorrupted.
No, I
There's-
No,
read-
the
I
Illusion,
remembered all
the Illusion
that.
are people.
Oh, okay.
I remember
But anyway,
all that. And
You
the
did-
thing I
you
don't
did-
remember is what he told me specifically. I remember everything
It's
else.
embraced, because you were going to hug Hattie.
Yes.
Wait. Oh,
He said
okay.
that your maul had been wielded by others before you,
Yes.
and to seek
Thank
death's
you.
embrace for it to...
Yes. And
I
Hattie
don't remember
is
the
not
exact
a very.
verbiage, but-
Hattie is not a hugger, so.
she said that we have plans.
Is
or that
Hattie
we make
ASD?
plans.
Is that what you're telling me right now?
I don't
You
know. I don't even know if she would be a hugger or not.
I mean, I'm.
Out of all of the party, I feel that Hattie would probably be the most huggy.
Huggy, the best huggable.
Of the three, I think so, but it's more neutral.
That's
I
very
don't think she's
comparative.
super into them,
She's
but it's just like, yeah, they're a thing that people do, so it's kind of fun sometimes.
she's doing it in situations where hugs are maybe a thing, but she doesn't do it all the time. But
It's
she's
like me letting Aina hug me.
Yeah, but like she's the one initiating it because it's socially acceptable to do it, whilst I think Dimblin doesn't have a social clue about hugging at all, and Trix just
Yeah.
don't hug generally.
So
Trix wasn't hugged enough
I
as a
as a
child.
DM will give you.
Yes,
There are three
you're totally
potential.
right, Travis.
There are three potential options.
One
You
is
can-
spontaneous combustion.
No, one is not spontaneous. I mean, it could
Or
be now.
potent-
Now you've said it. It could be spontaneous human combustion. Or
Yeah.
spontaneous anything combustion.
Well, good. None of us are humans.
Yeah, no, that's why I said anything combustion. One is to follow the druids and see what they want. One is to try and seek out the dwarves, and the other one is to deal with the spiritual requirements of the land.
I mean,
Two dwarves was the thing. We should seek out the dwarves.
The they are Arctic dwarves. They're fucking awesome. I have taken so much away from the Frozen North, but I kept the people like the Ulutians and the Arctic dwarves because they're so cool. The Arctic dwarves ride fucking polar bears. They are that cool.
That's pretty cool.
The Aleutians are
Tim-
basically Eskimos.
I do assume though that
Sorry, Inuits. Inuits. Sorry, yes.
Yeah. I was like,
When
wait a minute, that's a slur.
Yeah, it is.
We were never told that growing
up.
up, but it is technically
It
one.
switches between them, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's acceptable the other way.
No, it's pretty
would-
much always Inuit.
No, when we grew up, it was acceptable the other
Oh.
way.
Correct.
Yes. Anyhow.
I assume whatever we choose, we will at least hear more about the other information we've been gathering while we're here. So,
I'm inclined to help this druid circle.
I feel like the druids have already been more welcoming than they need to be. We should
Yes.
repay that kindness, though. I'm also intrigued. I've heard stories of the great Arctic dwarves, and I would
You
very
know
much
what?
like to meet them.
how about since
Yeah,
the
Hattie
druids
would
have
have
been so
heard that the Arctic
welcoming,
dwarves can actually wield and forge elements, not just metal. By the way,
Nice.
how about we
Yeah.
help out the
they are the
druid
rock
circle
dwarves.
first?
Help the elementals. Okay, help the druids first.
And then when we have, repaid their kindness back,
It's begun to.
we can go seek out the dwarves after that. At least
I
we
would
have a
say-
plan for something.
I will tell you that each faction has their own boons that they can offer you.
I think you have mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm stating it now where you're choosing a path to where to go.
Can we choose all
You
of
can
them?
choose.
or
You can
we-
choose all of them. It will just take longer. Is the answer.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So choose. Okay.
choose wisely. Well, I think at least we're not in a dire rush. We can stay here a couple of nights at least. Get to
We
know
were supposed
them,
to stay
see
here
if
for
there's anything
while
they
anyway.
need help with. I, for one,
agree.
would love to have some more time with Alaria.
Yes. Well, we could stay here to just chill out for a couple of days. I'm fine with
You-
that.
You found her then, Dim. I assumed she was
Yeah.
here.
Very distinct. It's not hard to find people if you're a little bit perceptive.
Simply did not go looking, but I assumed she was here.
She
Hey,
has
hey,
the biggest,
she-
fluffiest wolf.
She
Do
did
not
look
try
quite,
to eat it.
She looked quite excited to see you though, and she elbows you like.
She's a child.
She punched you then.
I mean,
Oh, yes.
she tried to wrestle me to the ground,
Hmm.
and I let her.
Understandable.
It was quite a fight.
So,
She has grown up to be a strong woman.
That's good to
She
hear.
looks like a strong woman
Although she
indeed.
still feels different to you.
So, we should start by seeking out Alina. Not Alina. Alina? Yeah, Alina. That's what I have in my notes anyway. Snowbound.
Arena.
And Arena?
Yeah, Arena.
Okay, I have it written slightly incorrect. I'll fix that
As
later.
we're approaching the end of session, I'm going to give you a gratuity. I'm going to introduce you to the rest of the druids and tell you who and what they are. Because it might help inform your decisions later on, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've already met Arena and Born of Ice. There are only 4 remaining that you require to meet, who you will come across in their own time anyway, but we're going to go through that now.
I think that's our
first
purpose now anyway, is
to
spreading
look
out
at see who the druids are, yeah.
Yeah.
The first is Dane Oakshade. He's the keeper of the hearth, and he is a furbolg.
Hey.
Ew.
The only other furbolg apart from Spelljammer you've ever come across.
Yay.
We
Is
also have...
is he a vegetarian?
You'll have to ask him that yourself. We also have Asher Frostvale, who's the spirit guardian of the chieftain's daughter.
Is it a he or she?
It's a she.
Okay.
We also have Thera Frostfang, who is the blind seer. She is the best imagery of the whole tribe, I think.
She reminds me of a character that I'll talk about them in later.
We also have Kale.
Is she like a priestess?
Yes,
kind
she is a
of
priestess.
person?
Yeah, she is a seer.
Okay.
She can tell the future and she can see things.
Yeah.
Although
so
it's worth noting, all
so-
the druids are capable of magic because they are druids.
Yeah, but like
the
she
last-
would be the equivalence of priestess.
Yes, she absolutely would.
Yeah.
The last individual is Kale Iceclaw, who is a spirit warden Goliath.
Is he considered handsome?
In Goliath society, probably.
Hmm.
All of them share one quality. Startling blue eyes with no pupils.
Off-putting. Why don't they
Familiar.
have pupils?
Of course, you have normal druids as well.
Asha is a human.
Asha?
Yeah.
Asha...
She looks very elf-like.
No, she's a snow elf.
Snow.
Asha's a snow elf. Dane is a furbolg. Thera is an Ulutian. And
I am
Kale is a
making
Goliath.
Notes. Thera Frostfang.
And for point of interest, if you all regard Discord, this is potentially what spell-wise you can gain from these individuals. How is Immortals? There you go, Immortal Wonders.
Hale, you said wasn't ice giant. You said right? Or
Goliath.
not giant, but Goliath. Yeah.
Oh, is this just straight up new spells?
Yes.
Ooh.
Gaining their trust offers you certain things. And the same for each of the...
How would you like hand out the different type of spells? Like, are we all capable of doing
You are all
the certain
capable
spell?
of every single one of them.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I will also put it as a handout. Because I know sometimes it's easier just to see it as a handout because it's formatted the way I intended.
I will pull it up in a minute.
I am actively using the handouts to remember shit, so I'm glad you are sorting it.
It's also worth knowing that potentially each of them offers their own bonuses. So the druids, of course, are magically inclined, so offer you spells among other things. they have also will happily tell you have all undergone something called the Trial of Ice.
Hmm.
There we go.
This
I'm
is a
making
trial of
notes about
ice.
those individuals.
So, should we just check out what the druids need helping of and then just take it from there?
I mean, I think that's a good place to start. As I told you, I would like to spend some time with Ilaria.
Well, I spent a couple of hours today just roaming around the place, and it looks like there are more to.
Rolling, roll
and it
hard.
and it looks like there are more areas to explore. So I would love to have some time to just check out the area and see what shows up.
I mean, as long as we don't cause any troubles for them, I don't think they will have a great issue with it.
So,
Oh, I would never.
I know you would never, my wife, he says as he physically rolls his eyes.
you would never.
Hattie believes me.
I don't.
But with a doubt, because it's barely. But with a doubt.
I'm giving you the leeway of trust.
You choose to fail.
You're keeping
So-
one eye on me, but you are inclined to trust me.
Mm-hmm.
So I am.
Really hold you back. Sorry, Travis.
Oh no, I was gonna say one thing I would like to do. I think is start reaching out to the other dragons that I know that fled from Grok, similarly to when I fled. We all stayed apart. I reached out to my brother Carl already. Many, probably a month ago at this point, because it was back in Schultz still. But never heard back officially, I think.
He's the one that has
'cause it
a
was
penchant for humans.
Yes. He's the one that has a little bit of a playboy. Very
Putting it
stereotypical bard is how I have him mentally, but you have some leeway with him as well. The other
Don't
ones
give
that
me
I would be
leeway,
reaching-
it's dangerous.
I know. I enjoy seeing what you do with the story. So I have other ones that were specifically the hunting friends of hers that she would hunt with sometimes when she wasn't hunting with Carl. If you'd like me to send you their names, I can list off the three of them that I was specifically going to try to
Absolutely out of
contact.
session, by all means send me names.
Yeah. I also have another question for you out of session that Hattie would start working on. It's nothing malicious, but it is private, so she would not be letting the party know she was doing this yet.
Fine. Has
What
anyone else
shit?
anything to add before the end of session? Yes, Lars.
A cryogenesis component. A gem encased in ice worth of 500 gold. Is the ice supposed to worth 500 gold or the gem?
The gem.
Okay. Because 500 gold ice is
A lot.
A lot
a
of
scam.
ice.
That's a scam.
Scam.
Okay.
It's worth noting these spells are incredibly powerful for a reason. This is now an epic level campaign.
Yeah. We're not officially past 20 yet, but we are in the post-20 era.
I will tell you this. When Pratanda returns, you will begin the path to You will begin the path to beyond 20.
You will begin the path to be BBEGs.
Yeah, I know, that's what it sounded like. That's not what I meant it to be.
That's when we return back to the good old days with a piece of paper and keeping track ourselves.
I'm working
That's how
on
I'm
not
doing
having
it.
to force that, but yes.
I
Be
do,
tracking it
however,
myself.
have a point for
Is
a
this an
thing
out of
I
session point or now?
Well, no, it doesn't have to happen now.
No, I mean,
Necessarily.
do I need to record it on stream or not? Is my question.
Well, no, I
Okay.
don't think so.
Has anyone else got anything to record?
Nah.
Then that is where we